you have going on in your life. So why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you, and then we'll get into, you can tell us how you started Uncommon Threads as well.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, just a little bit of craziness, I guess, in midlife. So I'm Susan. I'm the midlife fashionista. I was a social worker for a really long time, almost 25 years. I ran a federal program to move low-income families out of poverty. And during that time, I started a side gig as a wardrobe stylist. And I styled for television, Boston TV, private clients, magazines, just about everything. And when my private clients wanted to get rid of their clothes, they asked me where they could give them directly. So I was like, wow, I'm working with all these single moms who are really low income, who would love these beautiful clothes. And so I started to bring them into my office. And as a result, my office got very crowded. But
what a perfect triangle.
Luckily, I had a big office. I had racks set up and everything. And, you know, when my clients would come in, if they were having a bad day, we'd put an outfit together.
No.
If they were going on a job interview, we'd put an outfit together. And I could really see the impact of the clothing on them. I mean, it was apparent. Their demeanor would change. You know, they'd come back and say, when I wore that coat that you gave me, I felt special and worthy. And so, long story short, in 2016, I think it was, the program won a Massachusetts Award for Innovation. Now, it wasn't even a program. It was just something that I was just offering on the side. And at that point, I just said, you know what, I need to make this into a nonprofit. So actually in October, I signed a lease of 2016, and then we opened the doors of Uncommon Threads shortly after that. And we're 5 years old. We tap into the power of clothing, individual wardrobe styling, personal development workshops to really, you know, help to build self-esteem, self-worth, and to get women to really own their power. I mean, you know how it is with hair and clothes and makeup, right? When we look good, we feel good, and we have a better day. And we call it like an outside in, inside out approach, because when you look in the mirror, you own your power. You're like, wow, I look good. And then everyone else sees that. And then so it kind of goes back and forth. It resonates back and forth. So it's been a crazy road. In between, when I started Uncommon Threads, the year after, I got diagnosed with leukemia. And I've been thankfully in watch and wait, but treatment's coming around the corner. So I just stepped down last fall as the director, and I just moved into the founder's role. So I'm really, you know, working on marketing, building collaborations. I run an influencer group, 2 influencer groups who are supporting Uncommon Threads. And it looks like this year we could have a second program. I can't tell you all of the details, but it will not be on the East Coast. It will be on the coast.
Other coast.
Okay. Yeah.
Awesome.
And so it's hopefully going to go national very soon.
See, that is amazing.
Yeah.
I can see how you have built a community to serve a community, and I love that. That is such a great work. I'm so proud of you for doing that.
Thank you. I try to take Instagram, you know, I try to take Instagram and make it, you know, we're all out there showing off clothes and, you know, everything else, but to really have some power behind it to do good too. I think that's really important for all of us.
We know how important it is to, you know, not feel frumpy and not feel dragged down by what you're wearing or how your hair looks or how your makeup looks. We all, you know, we are all in that kind of thing. So I can really resonate with what you're saying. That's amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me here too. I didn't even thank you for that.
It's our pleasure.
I think it's so great too how you are getting other influencers involved. I know, you know, there's only so many clothes you can wear.
Right.
Here, there's only so much closet space you can have. So tell us a little bit more about how that works. How can other women like on Instagram that may not be in your area, how can they get involved? How can they?
Sure. Absolutely. So there's a bunch of ways to get involved. One is to think of us when you clean out your closet. We get a lot of, someone just asked for the website. The website is www.uncommonthreads.org. So yeah, I mean, we get a lot of things shipped. Women clean out their closets and they actually just ship things to us. We love it when women shop to give. We have a social enterprise, which is a store that supports the program. Nice. We just got little teaser alert here. We just got 3 brand new Gucci bags donated.
Wow.
Bags on in the box, like unbelievable. So and much. Those will generate funds for the program. That really helps us. So, they can go to the website that I just said and just go to shop and shop and help support the program. Make a monetary donation. As we expand, if there are people who would think, about starting one in their area, then I would love to talk to them.
See, that's the other thing that we had on our list to ask, right, Suzanne?
Exactly.
How would something like this? Go ahead, Suzanne.
I was just going to say, if someone wanted to do this in their area, how would they get started? Do you have any, 5 tips for getting started to do something like this?
So if it's Uncommon Threads, obviously we're branded, we're working on trademarking, all that, kind of like what Dress for Success does, where they have chapters, all over the US. So we can coach, we can help, get a program started up and they can join our mission. But if in general, someone just wants to start up, something that they're passionate about, my advice would be to get a tribe of women behind you, because it is a lot of work. I'm a control freak. I tried to do everything myself and it didn't do me any good. I just wore myself out. So, really lean into others and really try to, to get some support. And I found when I started Uncommon Threads that it was easier for me to get a fiscal sponsor instead of getting my own 501c3 nonprofit status. So we have a very large social service organization in Lawrence, Massachusetts that sponsors us, meaning for an admin fee, they take care of our legal, our leases, our, for rent, they take care of payroll, all of that. Wow. And it's so worth it. It's so worth it. So that's a good tip if someone's that they team up with another organization if you can.
Yeah, but they could also contact you if they wanted to get in on Uncommon Threads or somehow work with you or donate or whatever, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Just DM or email me. My email is susan@uncommonthreads.org.
Okay.
So either way.
So here's a question, and I don't want to, get into anyone's privacy or anything, but could you tell us maybe a story of how you've helped someone?
Sure. Oh my gosh. I could write a book.
Several.
I could write a book. Where do I start? I think the one that stands out to me the most was probably the most serious, kind of circumstance that we dealt with. And that was a woman who came here from Guatemala. She was brutally assaulted. She was doused with acid and had burns. I can't even talk about it without crying. It was just unbelievable. She had like rope burns all over her body. And she was brought in by a church worker. And, she needed clothes. She had been locked in a basement and terrible violence. And so, we helped her with clothes. And I am very, very happy to say, like, this was about 4 years ago that she came to us, that she just actually spoke at our gala. She wrote a speech and someone interpreted for her. So she doesn't speak English, but she has a baby now and she has a job. And it's just unbelievable. So just to clarify too, we're not per se a work program like Dress for Success. So we're very different in the fact that we're really about building self-esteem. So we can see women who are working who are not working,
Yes.
who, you know, any circumstances, they just have to be low income and referred by a social service professional.
That was my next question,
Fabulous.
is how does one get a referral for you?
Yeah, they have to go through, it could be, you know, a church worker, it could be, you know, a social service organization, a housing authority. They just have to be referred, and we have to make sure that they're referred by, you know, an appropriate agency. We see a lot of domestic violence survivors, a ton.
Okay.
You know, it's so that, and I love the fact that it's just not just like secondhand clothes. It's not like just a shop that you're just helping them get clothes and things like that, but you're actually providing workshops, right? Like workshops, you know, things like that. I love that. Tell us about the workshops that you do with some of your clients.
Sure. So we wanted to take the self-esteem building to the next level. So we started to offer kind of out-of-the-box workshops that no one is offering. So, you know, when I was a social worker, it was all about moving people into financial security and resume writing and job building, all that. But let's face it, if you feel lousy about yourself, none of that is going to really fall into place for you. So we do these really unique kind of workshops, like, you know, at Valentine's Day, we did Be Your Own Valentine, self-love. You know, how do you forget the flowers and the chocolate? How do you really own that love for yourself? You know, we've done hair, we've done makeup, we've done, oh my gosh, and I'm out of the realm now, so my director's handling all that, but we do a lot of self-esteem focused type workshops, like exploring yourself through art, you know, meditating. We did a yoga one, you know, all about self-nurturing.
And do you have local volunteers coming in to do those?
We do.
Are they trained by you?
We do a lot of professionals. I mean, women who charge a fortune for coaching services will donate their time. We've also built a lot of collaborations, partnerships with brands, and, you know, some of the big brands you see out there, just like Chico's and Soma, White House Black Market, they donate inventory to us. So a lot of what our clients get is brand new. Yeah.
That's great. And that's so good to know too, because it's in another way you can, you know, reward back those brands that are actually making a difference, you know, not just
Aventura Clothing is one of our big ones. They donate a ton to us. They've been with us right from the beginning. So it's, you know, and then local boutiques donate. We even had some boutiques out of state ship us things. They're like, you know, this is where I want it to go. I want it to make a direct impact.
Absolutely. Those are great things. Yeah, for sure. Well, so tell us a little bit about, I know that your life revolves around this, but tell us a little bit about you personally. What do you love to do? I know you love fashion.
Oh, this is my happy place behind me.
I see your closet. Oh, I'm drooling.
I can spend hours in here. I get lost. I mean, really. And my life has changed a lot during the pandemic because I am really, really immune compromised. Leukemia is kind of at the top of that list. So, you know, I couldn't go to our gala for Uncommon Threads. I can't be with people indoors, you know, without masks and all of that. So it's made life really hard, but I've taken some of my focus and I partnered with a really well-known patient advocate for cancer who lives in Boston. And we started Kicking Cancer in Heels, which is an Instagram platform for women impacted by cancer. So we do lives just like this, and we interview doctors and experts, and it's been a really good focus for me. But I have a granddaughter who's 2.5, and she keeps me really, my granddaughter Penny, she keeps me really busy. My husband and I both work at home, so, you know, walking, we like to hike, we love the outdoors, and you know, I don't know about you too, but the pandemic has really taught me really to appreciate those little things. You know, I don't go out to eat anymore unless it's outdoors and I'm separated from people. But I appreciate, you know, bringing takeout in. It can be pizza and sitting at our dining room table and lighting a candle and making it special.
Changes your perspective, doesn't it?
It does. It really, really does.
Well, so here's a question for you. You know, Karen and I are kind of just getting started with Midlife Besties, but are there any topics that you think we should try to get people on to talk about?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I mean, I think that sharing stories of women who have done things, like I started on Common Threads in my 50s. I'm 60 now. I started when I was 55. And, you know, because I think sometimes we feel like we have to retire. And
Yeah.
it's great if you want to retire, right? Like, that's wonderful. But you don't have to.
Right.
And then women, I hear women say a lot, and I used to life coach. That's another whole part of me. I've done just about everything you can name. But I had a little life coaching practice at one point, and I used to hear women say, I'm too old for that. I'm too old for that. You know,
all the time.
It's like, come on, you know, life is short. Seize every single moment and do the things that you want to.
Absolutely. That's why I'm saying,
love that.
Yeah, my husband retired, and I said, I'm not retiring yet. I'm not ready for that.
Yeah.
I love making a difference in the lives of other women. So, you know, let's go for it.
Yeah,
I'm so glad.
And I think it's so great because, you know, with the pandemic and even after, so many of us have decided to maybe make career changes or to work from home, stay at home working if we could, or maybe making totally different switches. But I just love how this Instagram can really, and even all social media, just makes our world so much smaller. And I love that we can connect with, you know, women from all over the country, all over the world, and make changes together. And I think especially in midlife, or in our 60s, or whatever we want to define that as, you know, there's so much we have to offer as a community of women.
Absolutely. I agree.
Yeah.
I said to my husband, if I can ever fly again or travel again,
Yeah.
I will. That will happen.
Yeah.
I have to stay positive. But I could visit friends in every single state across the United States because of Instagram, honestly.
Right.
Yeah,
you know, I made such amazing friends. And tell me where you're both located. Suzanne, are you in Texas?
Yes, I'm near Austin, Texas.
That's what I love. Austin's a great city. And how about you, Karen?
I live in northern Idaho. So Moscow, Idaho. It's up by Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Really beautiful part of the country. So yes, we're different, but like you say, meeting each other and connecting. It's just been so great. It's so much fun.
So you two didn't really know each other before Instagram. They're in different states, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
How cool was that?
Yeah, we just have been following each other, and, you know, I became a customer and she became a customer, and we're just, you know, like this now.
Yeah, I know. We
so
think
great.
so much alike. It's so funny, but it is great. I mean, I think that's what's so wonderful about celebrating, you know, other women, connecting, collaborating. I think that is so important to do. We all have so much to share, like you said. So
I think it's what makes us stand apart too. I mean, you know, we were all young one day, someday before, but I feel like that's what kind of does make us stand apart from younger influencers who, you know, I think as you get older, it's a gift. As you get older, you really want that connection. You want to support other women. You know, you want to see other women succeed. And I just think it's an amazing community here.
It
I
really
love
is.
it.
For sure.
So great. Oh my gosh. I'm just checking to see if anybody had any questions. We definitely, when we are finished, we're going to save our live, and we'll be able to share all of your contact information for both Uncommon Threads and also you're Kicking It with Cancer. Tell me again the.
Yep. Kicking Cancer in Heels.
In heels. I love it.
In heels.
Yeah. And
we thought of the visual of a stiletto stamping out.
Yes, definitely.
Does anyone listening have any questions or comments for us? Now, Susan, are you still blogging, or you just do Instagram for fashion?
No, I blogged for a long time, and my blog has, you know, exceeded millions of views. And stupid me, you know, I didn't do an email list or do the things. I was so busy, like starting Uncommon Threads and doing this and this. And so I actually kind of let it go for a little while, and I just started blogging again. And I need to get my act together. But I love to write, And I really want to start writing, you know, obviously about clothes and makeup and everything, but also about just personal experiences and issues that women struggle with, you know, as we get older.
So is that the Midlife Fashionista?
Yeah, .com.
Like you said, so many stories to share, you know, your own story resonate. And I'm sure it has already resonated with a lot of women who are just have popped in here with us today too.
Yeah. So, I mean, you should write a book too.
I know. I think you could.
Well, now would be the time, you know, I can't go anywhere. So next winter will be the time to do it. Yeah, I thought about it, but I like to blog. I like the shorter kind of, you know, type of writing versus.
Well, there are plenty of people who put their blogs in a book. I mean, you could do that.
Yeah. It's true. You're very right. You're right.
So
for sure.
Well, is there anything else that we can share at the last little bit here? This is
anything you want people to know?
Yeah, I mean, I think that the shopping, right? Anybody can do across the country, and if you want a great deal on some designer pieces, and know that 100% of that money is going back into a program that helps low-income women. Right, shopping is great. So we do have an Instagram account for that too. And it's Shop to Give UC. So Uncommon Closet is the name of the social enterprise. So Shop to Give UC. Perfect. And you can also shop on our website, uncommonthreads.org. At the top bar, you'll see, you know, Uncommon Closet. And you can also explore the influencers. Uncommon Influence is on there. And we have a section on the store where you can shop their closets. So, you know, if you follow like Lisa in the City, who used to be Age Gratefully, she donates a ton to us. Tracy Lee Harris, she just sent boxes. So if you like their style, more turquoise, you can actually buy things from their closet and support the program. Hi, Bridget. and Bridget Marie is also one of our influencers who supports the program. She has sent a whole bunch of things and they sold right away.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Yeah, she has beautiful things. Yeah, for sure.
That's so fun. I love that.
Well, so fun to talk to you.
Same here. Today. Thanks for having me. What a great conversation. I love what you're doing.
Well, thank you. We're enjoying it so much, this collaboration. You know, just kind of, it's, I don't know, it's, what do you call it? Serendipitous, I guess, that we decided to, you know, talk to one another and decide to collab together. And, you know, we've got, you know, lots of things going on. We have our schedule planned. Yeah.
All the way through October. I know. There's so many women we want to talk to. It's just endless.
I know. And then this way you get to share, like everybody gets to meet everybody else, you know, out of like a little grid, you know, out of a square in a more personal way. So I think it's a great idea. I love it.
And so much
it's not as small a world as, it's like you said, we know someone in every state, you know, because of our collaborations together and our meeting each other on Instagram. So yeah, you guys go follow, if you don't know Susan, go follow her and her work on Uncommon Threads and Shop to Give UC. We're going to be putting all of that in the caption, Kicking Cancer in Heels, the Midlife Fashionista. So many. Yeah,
I mean, it's a wonder I can get an hour of sleep every night. When you start to list these things, I'm going, oh my God, what did I get myself into?
It is true. It's really true. You're a very active woman in your 60s.
Yeah. So. And gosh, thank you so much for joining us. And thank you for just everything that you're doing. We are definitely so impressed and love it so much.
Well, maybe there'll be an Uncommon Threads in your neck of the woods.
I know, that's what we're going to, so this little surprise, we can't wait to hear and see what's coming up.
Yeah, it's really so exciting.
And I hope you're including some of those stories in your blog because they're so important to tell, you know, the world what's going on, you know, and I mean, we're not oblivious to the things that go on, but the fact that you're helping those people is just amazing.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Well, thanks for joining us, and we'll get this all wrapped up and put on our our accounts, and everybody can, if you haven't listened, if you're just joining in, be sure and listen to the replay. We'll get it up later today. This is Karen and Suzanne for Midlife Besties, and we so appreciate you today, Miss Susan, for joining us.
Thank you. I appreciate both of you.
Great.
All righty.
Take care.
Take care.
Bye. Have
Bye-bye.
a great day, everyone.